Good morning, good morning. This is Jacqueline Richardson, Miss JJ Diamond, Jackie Deja, whatever y'all call me. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. No, I did. Let's check the weather. Oh, no, first we got to thank God for being alive today, because a lot of people didn't make it once again. I already did my thanking God. However, I want to remind you guys to make sure y'all thank God, because it's very important, especially during these times. Alexa, what's the weather today?
Right now in Charlotte, it's 53 degrees Fahrenheit with clear skies and sun. Today's forecast has mostly sunny weather with a high of 63 degrees and a low of 36 degrees.
Okay, the weather's starting to get cooler and cooler. Because the other day, I had to strip again, y'all. I was burning up. And it's a terrible feeling when you overheated. You got on all these clothes, but that's why we wear layers. Even when I was in Maryland, I used to wear layers. I would have on my hoodie or my sweatshirt with my vest and a t-shirt up under that. Because Maryland is kind of the same way as North Carolina. It's just that we was getting snow in Maryland. And here, we don't get too much snow. If it's snow in the morning, it be gone by 12 o'clock. So, that's the thing about Charlotte. So, yeah. Well, I'm going to talk about today. Today, I want to talk about medications, sharing each other's medications. Yeah, it's not good, y'all. I was at work yesterday, and I experienced something, and I was so surprised. Because I thought people was getting away from this type of thing. However, well, y'all know I have bad allergies, and I have a prescribed medication. So I don't know how to say it, but it's the generic Zyrtec. Okay, is what I take. And, my pill bottle, everybody knows the pill bottle. It's orange, and it has the label on it. It comes from the pharmacy. Everybody knows this. However, at my job, I have to have a clear bag. We all have clear bags because, this product going around and they want to make sure nobody's stealing the stuff. They got to be able to see in there and they're able to see my pills. And I have to have my pills because my allergies get real bad, especially in warehouses. Warehouses are the worst place for me. However, I keep my medications with me just in case, I go through an allergy attack. I can't breathe, whatever the case may be. I have to have this stuff. So, I'm walking around, and this guy says to me, "Hey, what kind of medicine is that you got?" And I looked at him, and I'm like, "Why is you in my business? That's personal, you know what I mean? Why do I have to tell you about what kind of medication I'm taking?" Even though mine is just allergy medication, and I really don't care. But what about the people that do care about what they're taking? How about if they had HIV or some other issues, and they didn't want to talk about it? And you reading my medication, you trying to see my medication. So he says, oh well, I said it's allergy medicines. And he was like, oh, I thought it was some pain relievers. Because most of the people in there, take pain relievers, because we be in pain, and that's the facts, you know what I mean? However, I made the comment to him that I don't do narcotics. And he gave me this strange look like I was crazy, I said, I don't do narcotics. And he was like, oh, really? I'm like, yes, I don't do narcotics. So I walked on. And I just felt the need to talk about this today. Sometimes God brings things to us, and when he bring them, and being that I'm doing this podcast, I said, but this is something that I need to talk about because that means people are out here still asking each other for medications, Now, I have a friend. She has bad allergies just like myself, and we both suffer really bad. And my medication can actually be bought over the counter. I just get the generic. There's nothing wrong with generic, people. It works just like the name brand. With some medications. I know with this one, it works just like the name brand. So, I get the generic brands. Sometimes if she has an allergy attack and she's with me, I may say, hey, here, girl, you better take one of these because you're not dying on my watch. And I tell them in a minute. I'll tell people in a minute, Not on my watch, okay? If you with me, you on my watch. So if you sick, I'm going to try to make you better. You know, if I can't make you better with what I have, I'm going to take you to the doctor, you know, or to the hospital. So, you know, I may share allergy pill, but other than that, I'm not sharing it, you know. And this is one of the things that was a big problem back in the 90s, and I want to talk about that. This is why a lot of the younger kids start getting on drugs, you know, crack cocaine, meth, you know, dope, you know, all these drugs, you know. And sometimes people will even put these drugs in people's drinks. You know, when you're smoking weed, sometimes you would think you'd be smoking weed and they lace the blunts, you know. It's one of the reasons why I never really was the type to really smoke weed and drink with other people. You know, I've been like that since I was young because I've met a lot of people that things happen, you know. However, I want to talk about when I was young. It was my 17th or 18th birthday. I can't remember. But I missed my whole birthday. Me and my girlfriends, I'll never forget it. It was me, my girlfriend Happy, my friend Tawana, and somebody else. I can't remember. I can't place the face. But it was a few people with us. And we was walking. We ran into one of the friends on the block, you know, older person. And I said, they said, where y'all going? Y'all look cute. Oh, we said, well, we going down here to get my friend Happy's clothes because we was going to get cute for my birthday when my birthday come in that night. And the summer, my birthday's in the summertime, so, you know, we get real cute, you know, because we can wear the sundresses, we can wear the shorts, you know, whatever. We have options, put it like that. So we was on our way to St. Nicholas in Manhattan, and we ran into this friend. So he said, well, here, it's your birthday. I got a gift for you. And he gave me this yellow pill. And he said it was a, oh, Jesus. I can't remember the name he called it. Oh, my God, I'm getting so old, y'all. But he gave me this yellow pill. So he said, take this. You'll feel good for your birthday. So, you know, I trusted him, you know, and I'm like, okay, you know, nobody in Harlem ever really hurt me. So, you know, I'm like, I trust him. Well, I split the pill. Me and my friends took this pill. And I split the pill, mind you. We split this pill. And we took this pill. I went home. I told my girlfriend, I said, listen, I got to go home. I said, I'm getting tired. I said, I want to go lay down. So, you know, we walk a lot in New York. You know, we walk around a lot. So, you know, I walked home. By the time I walked home, I just couldn't take it no more. I had to lay down. So I laid on the car for a little bit. Just laid there. And then I went upstairs and I went to sleep. So now, the type of person that my grandmother is, I was living with my grandmother. Shout out to Grandma Tina. God bless her soul. I was living with her. And she was the type, if I was asleep, she wasn't letting nobody bother me, you know. And I just thinking about it like it was yesterday, y'all. I'm sorry I paused, but I'm just thinking about it. I went upstairs in my bed in the house, and I slept my whole birthday away. Okay, my whole birthday. From this pill that this man gave us. Okay. When I woke up and see people was coming knocking on my door like, where is she? Where is she? You know, it's her birthday. We wanted to come outside. And my grandma like, well, look, she's asleep. You know, and I guess my grandmother checked on me to see if I was breathing or whatever the case may be. So when I finally did wake up, it was like 2 a.m. the next day on the 18th. My birthday was gone. And I just thought it was nighttime. And my grandmother was in the bed. She was asleep already. And I said, well, let me go downstairs. So got myself together. And, I went on downstairs in front of the building. People still outside because it's summertime. That's how we do in Harlem. And in the Bronx, too. So I go outside. It's like, where you been? Girl, you missed your whole birthday. I said, what do you mean I missed my whole birthday? They was like, it's the 18th. Your birthday was yesterday. I said, well, I thought I went upstairs to get a nap and get up, into my birthday. How your birthday coming at 12 a.m. So I thought that I had woke up at 2 a.m. Okay? That I went to bed and woke up. And now I'm ready to party. Okay? But a whole day went by off this pill. Okay? That this man gave us. Okay? Now, I don't know where my friends was at this point. They said they didn't have the same issues that I had. And they was knocking on my door seeing if I was okay. And I took a piece of this pill. Okay? And I'm like, oh my God, I missed my whole birthday. So my grandmother the next morning, my grandmother said, Jackie, what? Oh, she asked me if I was sick. She said, are you sick? And I said, no, I feel fine. And she said, well, you slept your birthday away. And I said, I know, they told me. She said, were you on drugs? My grandmother, she knew, she knew. I said, well, Grandma, this guy gave us this pill, and I had took it. He said we was going to have a good time for my birthday, so I took it, and I wanted to sleep. And she looked at me, and she said, listen, Jackie, she said, you can't take these drugs that other people give you, and one, that's how people get addicted. And I said, I know I had a bad experience. I said, I'm really not going to take that stuff anymore. It really hurts me that I missed my birthday, and it did. It really hurt me, because, I had my birthday planned. I had a new outfit. We was ready to have a ball, And I was so known in Harlem, if I walk through the hood and tell them it's my birthday, they're going to start throwing out that money, So I was kind of pissed off. I missed my birthday. I ain't got no monies. My friends always, especially my Jamaican friends, they will always make sure I have money. And I walked the hood and here's a 20 here, 20 there. And I'm like, I missed all of that. I was so upset with myself. All over a drug. Okay? So I've learned, as time went on, you just can't just take other people's medications. And I wanted to let you guys know that as well, because that was my bad experience. Now, I've had a friend when I was living in the Bronx. He had took somebody's meds, and he was on top of the building wanting to jump off. I experienced another guy doing it. I forget the name of these pills that was giving these people. I forget the name, y'all. But y'all, if y'all from the 90s, 80s and 90s, y'all know these pills, okay, that I'm talking about. And one day I was driving across the 145th Street Bridge, coming to Harlem. And they had everything blocked off. I had another dude ready to jump off a roof because he was on these pills. Okay? Can't remember the name. Don't know what they are. But the fact of the matter is, you should not take any pills that anybody give you. Okay? I have a girlfriend who's from Harlem. I wish I could see her. She was there with me for so many, difficulties in my life. She was my best friend, when I was young. However, same issue. Somebody put something in what they call a slip in a Mickey or whatever they call it in her drink, and she went through some challenges as well, you know. So with that being said, you know, people, you just can't take other people's pills. You cannot take what people give you on the street, you know. And even when we take the pills from the doctors, okay, they prescribe these narcotics, okay, to help us with pain or to help us with our mental issues or whatever the hell we're going through. These pills can be very dangerous. You know, we put this unknown substance in our body, and we all have, our bodies all work differently. Even though they're designed the same, everybody's different. That's what makes us so unique. You know, using myself, for instance, I'm allergic to so much. I don't know if I had told y'all, you know, when I first came to Charlotte, I had met a friend from Philly, you know, and I connected with her because, you know, I was up in Maryland, and I used to go to Philly on a regular basis, you know, and I had met so many people in Philly. So when she told me she was from Philly, it was like, all right, I can hang with you, you know, because I don't know these people that well, you know, and you are from up north like me, so, and I've been to Philly. I know how Philly, you know, how they do things up there, so, you know, we could rock together, you know. So she was cooking. She called me out. She was like, Jackie, I'm making some beans. I know you eat a lot of beans because I eat a lot of hummus and stuff for protein because I don't eat much meat. So she was cooking, and I think I had just came from work, and she didn't have to work, I think, and she was cooking. She said, I know you just came from work. You're probably tired. I made some beans, some 15 beans. I forget the name of it, y'all. And I said, yeah, you know I love beans. I said, okay. She said, all right, I'll call you when it's ready. Bring a bowl so you can get you some. I said, okay. So she made these beans, and she called me up. So I came upstairs and got the beans. And came down, it was smelling good. I said, she had it seasoned up, you hear me? I said, yeah, these are northern beans, you know, northern style beans, you know, because the people down here in Charlotte, they cook a little bit different down here than we do up north. However, I'm smelling these beans, and I'm like, yeah. Can't wait to get downstairs. So I'm rushing downstairs so I can eat my beans. Well, I sat down in the chair and watched the TV, and I'm eating my beans, and they was tasty too. In not even 10 minutes, I broke out in hives, red hives all over my body. Now, I'm a bean eater, okay? Now, I'm just saying, I'm just telling y'all about this because here it is, beans, and I'm a bean eater. I broke out in hives, so I call her up, and now I'm having a little trouble breathing. So I'm like, okay, let me get me an allergy pill and calm this down. So I called her up, I said, girl, what beans you put in there? So she was like, it's called 15 beans. She was like, I don't know what it is. And, you know, she's on the phone, and she's like, I'm sorry, Jackie, I'm sorry. I said, it's not your fault because you don't know what beans it is. But I didn't know that I was allergic to the beans. But to this day, I still don't know if it was the beans or maybe a seasoning she put in there. Okay? I could have been allergic to a seasoning she put in there. I don't know. So now, I'm telling y'all about this is because this is how easy it is for you to eat or take a medication and it doesn't agree with you. Okay? We take chances every time, you know, we take a new drink, we eat a new meal, we take somebody's meds or our own meds. Because the doctor can prescribe you some medicine and it can mess with you as well. You know? Just like me when I first got here. I was taking the loratadine, which is over the counter as well. Now, I was taking it in Maryland. I didn't have a problem. But when I got down here and they prescribed me loratadine, it made my heart flutter. It made me like I was a dope fiend. Okay, I'll be sliding down a wall when it didn't give me that effect in Maryland. Okay, so it can still happen because of different manufacturers making it. I'm not getting the same manufacturer that serves Maryland. you know. So I understand, like, when a lot of people, you know, especially when they're sick, they don't want to leave certain areas because they're used to, you know. And I think back, like, at my mom, you know, when she kept telling me, no, I don't want to leave New York. And I was telling her, Mommy, you need to come with me because I need to care for you, or whatever the case may be. And her biggest fear was leaving in another state, learning her all over again, you know. Um, and I get it. You know, I've been through it. I see now, you know, what she was feeling, you know. But my theory was, I knew that Maryland, they're very cautious with everything, you know. I haven't had any allergic reactions with anything that they've given me. They're very cautious. When I told them that I was allergic to certain things, they know, and they're cautious about it. Even with my daughter, okay. And shout out to my niece, Tiffany, you know. She had surgery up in Buffalo, and she was getting something removed. I was a gallbladder. I forgot what my niece was getting removed, you know. However, she passed away. That's my brother's daughter. And when we got the call, you know, it was like unreal, like, because we thinking it's a simple procedure, you know, that most people get. And she was young, you know, and she didn't make it. And when they did the autopsy, they said that it was her. You know, I'm just getting a little emotional, y'all. Y'all know when I talk about my family that's passed away, I get a little emotional thinking about them. They said that it was the anesthesia, because they didn't even do the procedure. They didn't even get to do the procedure. She went in cardiac arrest during the time of anesthesia. You know. So when I learned this, you know, and my daughter, Egypt, she had to have surgery. And I told them that, you know, they ask you about family members and different things. And I said, yeah, well, we just lost a niece that under anesthesia, she passed away. And when I immediately told them that, they said, okay, well, we're not going to give her regular anesthesia. We're going to give her another anesthesia. However, this other anesthesia takes a little bit longer for them to wake up. Okay, but it's not as hard as the other one. So I said, okay. They said, we're going to have to do this, because if that happened in your family, it could possibly happen down the line, you know, somewhere else. And they put my baby under this special anesthesia and did her surgery. And she came out okay. Like I said, it was very hard for her to wake up. She slept for a very, very, very long time during this procedure that she had to go through. So this is one of the reasons why, you know, if y'all see me on Facebook flipping out about my medical records and different things like that, this is one of the reasons why, because we have different issues in our families, you know, that we need to know about. You know, when the doctors ask you about your past, let them know about your past, you know, because the only way they can help you is if they know. You know, they can't help you if they don't know. And me being a person that's has a lot of allergies, they have to know, you know. When they found out that I couldn't take the loratadine, now it's in Charlotte's records that I'm allergic to it because of the effects that it puts on me. Okay, from Maryland, I wasn't allergic to loratadine. So I hope y'all follow me here, you know. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. So you have to be cautious with these type of things. So the best thing for us people, you know, we know that we make mistakes and we inflict pain on ourselves by doing things that we shouldn't do, like overeating sugar, overeating foods with high cholesterol, overeating foods with high sodium intake. We inflict this pain on ourselves. You know, we're going to talk about conflicting pain tomorrow. But we have to learn to stay away from that type of thing, you know, so we don't have to go to the hospital. and be given medications that's unknown to our bodies, because it can hurt us. We just don't know which way it's going to go. It's very dangerous. So coming to taking other people's drugs, you just can't take other people's drugs because you don't know the effect that, and quite as crap, whether y'all know it or not, it's actually illegal. If it's been said that you've given someone some of your drugs to help them, even though it was prescribed and it's legal, that's illegal. Okay? So you gotta be careful with that, sharing your pills. Be careful, parents. This is the other problem we go through. Parents getting pills from the doctors. And, we've been taught, we put our pills in the medicine cabinet. This is how we all grew up, back in the 80s and 90s, all the medicine was in the medicine cabinet, whether it was from the doctor's office or just the plain old drugstore. If you got a cold, you go to the medicine cabinet. Get you some NyQuil or whatever. Your mama may say, hey, pass me my pills out the medicine cabinet. We always went to the medicine cabinet in the bathroom, take our meds, because that'd be the first thing you're supposed to do in the morning, take your meds, and everything be in the medicine cabinet. Now, some of y'all know what I'm talking about. However, this is how the teenagers start getting high and getting addicted to drugs. Because they go to the medicine cabinet where mommy's pills is at, or daddy's pills. So now we have to get back to taking our pills out of the medicine cabinet and keeping them with us. That way we'll know what's going on. One day I had an issue at my house, and then the police had to come and address it. And I just want to throw this out here and address it. And, they see medicine sitting around. The first thing they do is pick up the medicine. And they have the right, once they're in your house, to pick up the medicine and see who it belongs to. Because if a person is acting out, they need to know, especially in the ambulance too, they need to know if this person has taken this medicine and will it affect their way of thinking. Some of them won't touch it, but they're, like shine a light on it just to read it real quick to see what it is. To know whether or not a person has been indulging in these drugs and it gave them a bad reaction. So that's other things that y'all need to beware of. So when you're on medication and you have children, it's best to just keep it with you, keep it in your purse, If you one that takes a lot of medications and have them pill, they have the pill thing, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday thing, keep it out of the reach of children. And I mean, when I say out of the reach of children, I mean anyone under 18, because you can go to jail, if they find out that these kids has been taking your medication, so pay attention to these things, people. Other thing I wanted to speak about is these kids are physically taking the medication. Now they're stealing your medication, they're taking your medication. Now you run out of medication. Guess what they're going to do? They're going to go on the streets and find medication. They're going to be asking people, just like that dude asked me yesterday, if I had any narcotics. So now they're going to be willing to take any narcotic, because they just want that feeling, that high. And they're going to trust you that the feeling that you say that it gives you, that's what they're going to trust and take. So they're going to take this pill and they just want to be high. Well, people, there's a lot of things that get us high. We want to be high. Naturally. Okay? We don't need all that excess stuff. Okay? Charlotte, I did want to mention this. Charlotte, we have an Asian market here in Charlotte. Okay, it's on Eastway and the Plaza. Okay, so for all those that love the Chinese dishes, y'all can go out there to the Asian market and get all your stuff. I've been a part of the Asian family since I was very young, y'all. When I got sick back when I was 17, got ulcers and stuff, and I didn't want to take all of this medication, I would deal with the Chinese. I would go down to Chinatown, and they would pack me up a couple of bags of some things, and I come on home, and I'm just keeping it real with y'all. And I trusted them, and they helped me, okay? They started me out with the chamomile tea, not chamomile from the supermarket in the bag. I had the real chamomile leaves. I had a strainer, and I would put the hot water over my chamomile. And I did this every single week. I would go down to Chinatown and get my bag of chamomile. And once I got used to the chamomile, because, with any medication and any substance, you are going to get immune to it if you're taking it every single day. The chamomile used to relax me when I go to bed, and it will help my belly. For those that don't know, I lived off of Mylanta and Inshore for over a year, and a lot of teas. Shout out to the Asian people. There's another tea that they have, and I'm going to find out when I get over to the Asian market if they have it. That make you high just like weed, okay? But it's a tea, okay? And you can drink this thing. They gave me some, it made me a little too high. I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready, y'all. I was like, ooh, this one made me too high. I went back to my chamomile. But they have these things, and, the Asian people believe in a lot of herbal wellness, and I've been, like I said, I've been dealing with them since I was 17 years old, and I've been pretty much healthy, doing the things that they trained me to do, and I'm just letting y'all know that, and we now have an Asian market, so for those that want to get into the wellness, and detoxing and cleaning their bodies and just helping yourself, take that trip to the Asian market, Not only can you learn how to do all the different Chinese dishes, but you can actually get your body back into good health because they helped me, okay? And I'm here to let y'all know that it's facts, okay? So soon I will be going over there. I just don't know when, because y'all know I'm so busy I have to put it on the to-do list. I will be going over there, and we'll be going through the market. I will do a live video so we can see what they have over there. I want to get to the tea section. I want to see if they have a dry tea area. I'm hoping they do, because that's one of the things I miss about New York, because I would go and they would have all the dry different teas in, like how when you go to the fresh market, for those that do shop at the fresh market or the Whole Foods, and you have the area where they have the dry oats or the dry coffee, and you go scoop them and stuff. Well, that's what they had in New York and Chinatown. We couldn't scoop it. It was the owner of the store would do it, but he had barrels of dried teas, real tea, not in the tea bag, and they unground it up and all this other stuff and been through the airs. It was all in the barrel, and he would take the scooper, put it in a little brown bag, and tape it up for you to go home. A pound of tea, and it'd be real flowers, y'all. And I was so amazed, and I trusted them, and I went home and I tried it, and every night when I took my chamomile, I felt good. My stomach would relax. I wouldn't be up all night in pain, and it helped me, like I said, a great deal. And so I want to go over there and see if they've done that. I want to see, and if they haven't, I'm going to suggest it, because it was a big winner in Chinatown for me anyway, And I would tell people, I'm going down to Chinatown. They'd be like, "Where are you going all the way down to Chinatown?" "I want to get my tea." And they look at me like, "What?" They thought I was crazy, y'all, but they don't know. I needed that tea, I needed to get better. you know, and they helped me get better. You know, I wish I could look him. I forget his name. I wish I could look him in his face right now to say thank you because he helped me so much. He asked me what's wrong, and I told him I said I've been having stomach problems. I don't eat. I can't eat. I'm so skinny. I'm losing weight, and I was skinny, y'all. For those that remember how skinny I was 97 pounds, and he said, "Okay, I'm going to help you heal." And I wasn't taking no medication because they had took me off the medication. They just wanted my stomach to relax, you know, because I kept secreting acids, okay? And it was eating the lining of my stomach. And for those that don't know what ulcers are, even when I take medications, especially heart medications, it eats the lining of my belly. So I have to be careful with different foods, different medications. So the chamomile helped me, you know. So I just want to throw that out there. So y'all check out the Asian market, you know. I'm going to get into I want to learn how to make General Toast chicken. That's one of my favorites and one of my family favorites. Everybody in here loves General Toast chicken. So I want to learn how to make General Toast chicken. I want to learn how to make orange chicken. I want to learn how to make these things. So now I have that chance. I can go over there and get the ingredients that I need to make the stuff that I want to make. Even though some of the ingredients they do sell some of the markets because they have the international aisles, but now we have pretty much an international market. It's not totally international. Excuse me. You know how when you go to the international store, you can get certain things, but not everything. And it's the same one, like, okay, you have a Jamaican international store, actually Jamaican, okay, or a Caribbean. I'm going to say Caribbean. I'm not going to say Jamaican. It's like we don't want to say like Chinese. We call them Asian. You know, the Asian people, we have the Caribbean people. So you go to the international aisle, that's for the Caribbean people and the Asian people, okay? Or Indians as well. Where now we have different markets where you have the Indian market, you have the Caribbean market, and you have the Asian market, okay? And those people have benefits that can help us Americans that we didn't know about, because you got to remember they was deprived of medications in other countries. Okay, well we can get medication easy, you know. They were deprived in the other countries of certain medications, so they had to find natural ways to cure themselves, you know, because medicine costs too much, and they have given us that gift coming here to America and bringing this stuff to us, you know. And a lot of the different cultures do almost the same thing, you know, when it comes to the herbal medications, you know. So y'all just look into it, you know, look into the Asian market. They're here. I am thankful, you know. I deal with the Caribbean, I deal with the Indian, and I deal with the Asians. Asians a little bit more than Caribbean. However, you choose, you know, but they all are very healthy for you, and you make that change. You make that change in your life where you are dedicated to your health. You know, you have to make that change and what you put into your body, you know, and taking other people's drugs and drugs that the hospital give you, you know, because it can really do more damage than help. You know, like, I'm going to use this for instance real quick, y'all. Last year I was, not last year, a couple of years ago, I had a bad sinus infection. Okay, very bad sinus infection. They gave me my Z-Pak and knocked it out. It took me a couple of doses of Z-Pak. And that's what I loved about Maryland, because they'll use something that if your body... They know that your body can tolerate something. They will make sure that you use it all the time. However, you know, when you get sick, however, they don't want you to have to take it all the time. So they try to give you, because once your body get immune to something, it's not going to work. So they'll try to find other ways for you to work on whatever you're going through, you know, in your body. So you won't have to take this antibiotic all the time. I told y'all this month right here for me makes 1 year. 1 year that I have not having to take a antibiotic. Okay. And I'm so thankful, y'all. And it's crazy because it's during the COVID, so I'm feeling like blessed, beyond blessed, okay? For the last, I would say last 6 years of my life, I've had to take antibiotics every 3 to 4 months, okay? So this has been in 1 year that my body has worked on its own, okay, with my natural medications and stuff that I've been taking. It has worked on its own, and I haven't taken any antibiotics this year, okay? Even though I went to the doctor, got sick, and I told him, I said, I need some antibiotics. And they gave me some antibiotics. I ain't take it, though, because I started feeling better. So I said, I ain't going to take this thing. I'll hold on to this thing. However, this is my anniversary month right here. And like I said, I'm so thankful, y'all. Y'all don't know how thankful I am, because it was hell having to take these antibiotics every 3 months because I'm feeling so sick. I couldn't manage. I couldn't function. I couldn't see. Okay? So that's why I'm telling y'all, these natural herbs does wonders. I had to get back into it. I was into it a little bit when I first got here in Charlotte, but not the way I was when I was in New York. New York is a whole different lifestyle, y'all, whether y'all know it or not. They can say some of us are angry, we go through this, or we want to dress, we want to do this, we want to do that. But New York is a whole different lifestyle because it's a very diverse city, and we all mingle, okay? We don't separate ourselves, we all mingle, okay? That's just what it is. Just like in Harlem, we got Harlem and we got Spanish Harlem. Okay? All you gotta do is cross the street over there, down there on, what is it? When we go down 8th Avenue, when you get down to 8th, I'm trying to remember, y'all. When you get down there towards, like, Harlem Hospital, you start going further over before you get to the bridge. All of that's Spanish Harlem. Okay? That area. Okay? So, yeah. We mingle. Okay? Very diverse, so that's what I love about New York. Do I want to go back there? Really, I don't. But I do want to go home and see my people. But for the most part, Charlotte is becoming very diverse. I call it baby New York. It's not going to ever be like New York, but it's a lot of New Yorkers here, a lot of people from Philly here. There's people from everywhere here, so they're trying to come up to speed with some things, and it's working. It's working, and thank you for the Asian market, whoever brought that into Charlotte. Thank you, because the people need it. We want to see more people survive naturally versus all these pills, taking all these pills, because I ain't never seen so many young people in my life until I got to Charlotte taking all these pills. I got to go to the pharmacy and get my heart pills. I got to go get this and get that. And I'm looking at them, what? You only how old? No. Something ain't right. Okay? So, yeah. They're working. They're working, y'all. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful because I'm here with them. And once again, I want to let y'all know, do not take other people's medications. Okay? Don't be drinking around too many people if you don't know them. Okay? Be careful, because you never know when a person is out to harm you. Okay? Or just don't care. They just want to trip on something. Some people just do it just for that. Because they just want to trip on somebody. They don't care about you. They'll never see you again. I think I remember telling y'all when I went to, Chris Brown had a meeting, a party at one of the clubs in New York. So I went to the party, and I told y'all, they did something to the girl and then dropped her on the ground and was going to keep it moving until I said something. They just left her there. And I turned around, I'm looking, they just threw her outside the bar. And I'm like, y'all gotta be kidding me. At least put her in a cab, take her to the hospital, do something. This is what people will do to you. You know what I mean? So you gotta beware of these type of people. I love y'all. This is Jacqueline Richardson, Miss JJ Diamond, Jackie, Deja, whatever y'all call me. And I will talk to y'all tomorrow.